The day after an outburst during his arraignment, a local defendant has another hearing and shows more than just contempt for the judge. Paula.
Hey, Karen, open for business. Need something fun for the kids to do for the holiday break? Hey, I don't think you're going to be able to keep them away from this, and I don't think you're going to want to.
And Exact Track 40 radar shows rain and snow to the north. What is it going to be when it gets here? I will let you know coming up first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. There is more trouble today for the man charged with ethnic intimidation outside Temple Bethel in Bloomfield Hills. Yesterday here at 4, we showed you the outburst from Hassan Shakur as he shouted, displayed the middle finger, and then called the judge a profane name during his arraignment. Well, today he appeared via video before another judge, this time in Wayne County, where he had been granted bond in another case prior to the incident at Temple Bethel. Now, Shakur disrupted today's hearing again several times, including when he turned, dropped his pants, and then showed his rear end. Needless to say, the judge revoked that bond. We'll have more on what happened in court when you join us ahead at 5. The Justice Department wants to know more about whatever interaction local officials may have had with the White House following the 2020 election. Michigan is one of 3 states where the DOJ has sent requests to election officials for any and all communications with Donald Trump or his people. Subpoenas were also sent to Arizona and Wisconsin, states central to the former president's bid to stay in power despite losing the election. Now, a special counsel was appointed last month to take a closer look into the circumstances leading up to the January 6th Capitol attack. Well, new numbers just released show COVID cases are up in Michigan over the past week. The state is reporting 11,918 new cases over the past 7 days. That is an average of about 1,700 cases a day. It is an increase of about 35% from the week before. And we did lose another 242 lives. All right, time now for our first look at the forecast. Paul Gross is here with what we can expect with our forewarned weather. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Karen, not a lot going on right now in the area here, as you can see, an Exact Track 40 radar. But back to the northwest, as I showed you just at the top of the show, we have this stripe here of rain and pretty decent snowflakes coming down. But take a look as we put this in motion here. This is all sliding. You can see east-northeast. So this is not heading downstate, but there is more moisture down to the southwest that will come in during the overnight hours. So we are looking for some scattered rain showers. We're not going to cool off enough to get snow tonight. But right now it's just cloud cover around the area. Oh, we have a freighter going up on here. Hey, that's great. We caught a freighter live on the Skycam here. All right, 46 in Detroit, 43 in Howell, 42 Pontiac, 45 over in Adrian. The wind is very light right now. And through the evening, I think a lot of clouds and dry for your early evening shopping. But later in the evening toward the midnight hour, I think we start seeing a chance for some showers and some drizzle, maybe even as early as 9 or 10 o'clock. I'll be back with the rest of the forecast in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Paul. It is Decision 2022 Take 2 down in Georgia today. There's a lot at stake for the country as voters in the Peach State decide a Senate race that was too close to settle in November. Kimberly Gill live in our newsroom right now with the very latest. Kim.
Karen, good afternoon. By about 1 o'clock this afternoon, nearly 2 million people had already voted in this runoff, and the nation, as you said, is watching.
In the battleground state of Georgia, voters once again have the final say of the election season.
Being out here to see Senator Warnock and having him kind of be part of the voice that we've been wanting for so long here in Atlanta.
When Herschel decided to run for Senate, it was a no-brainer for us.
Neither incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock nor his Republican challenger, former football great Herschel Walker, were able to bag more than 50% of the votes in November's general election, stoking an extra month-long fight for Warnock's U.S. Senate seat.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't vote for Herschel Walker.
Warnock thought no one was watching when he evicted poor people from their homes.
The runoff is high stakes for both parties. If Walker wins, the Senate will be evenly split. If Warnock wins, Democrats will have the majority outright and won't have to rely on the vice president to break the votes.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
I represent the great people of Georgia.
Now with the finish line in sight and early voting shattering state records last week, the Secretary of State says he's expecting a similar turnout today.
We've actually already had 80,000 people that voted in this runoff that didn't vote in the fall at all. So that's what you're really seeing is people that were kind of sitting back and watching things are getting engaged in this race. So we think both sides are energized.
And the Justice Department is monitoring polls in 4 Georgia counties to guard against voting rights violations. Results are expected around 7 Eastern time. And of course, we'll have updates on Local 4 Plus at 10, as well as clickondetroit.com. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. The suspect accused of a deadly shooting spree in Colorado Springs gay nightclub is charged with murder as well as hate crimes. The suspected shooter was formally charged this morning. Investigators say he opened fire in the club last month, killing 5 people and then injuring 17 others. He was stopped when people inside the bar wrestled him to the ground. The murder charges carry Colorado's harshest penalty, life in prison. Video shows a gunman attempting to shoot a police officer in California. You can see a car following a police cruiser into a secured area at the Rialto police station. The gunman approaches the cruiser with an assault rifle, then runs away. A few moments later, the gunman turned around and raised his gun again. Police shot the man, who was taken to the hospital. The Rialto police chief says they are now designing a new police facility to address safety and security issues revealed by this incident. All right, so the video running behind me right now is from March 7th of 2020. That day, a nonprofit called Code 313 opened its doors to teach computer skills, programming, and coding. They had a mission to close the digital divide. Well, it was the first day the organization had students, and also the last. 3 days later, COVID-19 shut down everything. So today, Code 313 finally able to welcome back those students. And oh, wait until you see the space that they return to. Paula Tutman is there right now and joins us. This is so long awaited and so excited, Paula.
It really is. And this, honestly, there's a cool alert here. So this is the drone cage, and they're trying to get the drone up and running right now. Listen, kids love drones. This is actually the crown jewel of the program. And what's really important to know about this space is just because COVID shut things down doesn't mean they shut down. They actually kept growing, and they're actually able to scale even faster simply because everything they were trying to head off in terms of lack of access to technology and learning, that actually happened during COVID. They proved themselves out, and now they're back and open for business.
Are you adding a sound for your dance code?
During COVID, Code 313 had a unique ability to bridge that digital divide and help students in the metro area gain access to the only way they could get to school, computers. Everything Code 313 didn't want to happen in terms of plunging children into digital darkness did happen to a lot of kids, but not all of them, in part because of programs like these.
You know, the technology digital divide was exposed, right? Because kids were not able to do the work at home, you know, during COVID. They needed computers. They showed the lack of internet services.
Proof of concept in hand during that lockdown, this nonprofit built up. And today, since that first day, March 7th, 2020, welcome children back into learning in a really big way.
Good job, good job. High five. High five for both of y'all. Good job, good job, good job.
The brand spanking new Experience Center opened its doors today, a new STEM, STEAM, and learning center.
Here we're able to teach how to fly drones and how, again, drones are used in the real world. This is actually set up to show you a setup of power lines and phone transceivers and stuff outside that you know, nowadays they fly drones to go and see what's wrong with something instead of sending a person up the pole.
With this center, school field trips can put the future at the fingertips of students. There are family game nights, 3-day winter camps. Here, kids learn how computers communicate.
So the foundation of coding starts with, I like to tell the kids, speaking computer. Coding is like speaking computer, so learning a language or blocks, in this case putting blocks together in order to create something, a program.
Now, if that sounded like a foreign language to you, it's because you don't talk computer. Cameron didn't this morning, but by this afternoon, he did.
So student Lee helped him with the code, and he was able to have the basketball bounce up and down perfectly in the player's hand.
And it turns out when computer speak is demystified, it still feels like magic. Only the students become the magicians.
What most excites me is just seeing that I can make my own thing really. It really excites me that other people can help and I can help others.
I know, right? That is so cool. Okay, so these are staffers who are here right now, but imagine this place absolutely filled with children. Now, this is in the Rivertown area of downtown Detroit. Basically, learning is crossing over that digital divide bridge. A game open to the public. Think about this. They've got a winter camp, a 3-day winter camp this holiday season for kids. They are funded. They need sponsors, so they do have some sponsorship funding, but their funding, Karen, comes from their programming, and they've got really great programming. So give me a few minutes. I'll get a link on clickondetroit.com so you can find them and get your kids out of the house and learning something over the Christmas holidays. Karen?
I love it. I love it. And yes, thanks so much for posting that link. I'm sure a lot of people are going to hit that up this afternoon. We appreciate it. Thanks, Paula.